What's up, guys? This is Adam from 1010 Tock. Thank you for joining me. We are going to take a look at another micro brand today. I did a review on the Undone Tropical about a month ago. This watch, though, is not a chronograph. It is a super compressor vintage inspired watch that I happen to enjoy. I had a Dan Henry, believe it or not, a Dan Henry super compressor style diver a while back. Decided not to review it, got this one in for review, and actually prefer this one to the Dan Henry. So I'm going to do a quick little review on this, so let's get into it. So the Bradner is 42 millimeters wide, and as you can see, there really is no bezel. There's an internal bezel inside the crystal, but there's no outward turning bezel, so it actually wears a little bit larger than a 42. I'd say a 42, 43-ish. The case thickness is 14 millimeters, further sort of providing or like reinforcing the fact that it wears a little bit large. It has a little bit of bulkiness to it. It's of course in stainless steel, has a genuine 20 millimeter leather band. As you can see, this dial color is an absolutely stunning blue. One of my favorite things about this thing is that blue. The way it shines in the light, it has that type of sunburst finish where it goes from a navy blue to sort of like this light blue and even some hints of purple in there. Fantastic. It has a 15 ATM water resistance, so approximately 150 meters, which is more than enough for your water activities or diving, whatever you want. It has a 2-year international warranty, and the watch weighs approximately 95 grams. So inside the watch is the tried and true NH35 24 joule automatic self-winding movement that has approximately 41 hours of power reserve, and you can see that through this gorgeous kind of exhibition case back here with the signed Spinnaker rotor. Of course that is a Seiko movement, which is why I say it's tried and true. Has fantastic super luminova on the dial, and of course has that really signature super compressor style where the crowns are at 2 o'clock and at 4 o'clock. So this is definitely a great everyday type watch, especially, I mean, this is something that you could easily throw on a NATO strap. You see it here featured on a black leather. It is a watch that could be worn on any occasion. I just kind of want to highlight some of the things that I really do enjoy about this watch that you'll see in the video footage right now, is how much depth there is to the actual dial. So you see when I tilt the watch a little bit, you can see how the inner rotating bezel ring is raised quite substantially, and furthermore, the actual markers and numerals on that internally rotating bezel are raised up even higher. So that slight dome to the crystal, that bubble style crystal, only adds to sort of this vintage super compressor style vibe that really translates well in the metal. I do really love their hand choice as well. You see a lot of type of generic style hands on a lot of different micro brands that might either go Mercedes hands or stick hands, and this particular piece has this sort of, I don't even know how to describe it, an extremely unique hour hand that allows you to easily differentiate it from the minute hand. Of course, you see that there's a well-placed date window at 3 o'clock. And as you can see on my 7¼ inch wrist, it wears really well. When you see the side profile shot, you can see that the lugs actually curve down quite aggressively so that it hugs and tapers down into the wrist quite fast, which means it'll fit, in my opinion, a pretty small wrist. Overall, there have been a lot of micro brands that have been trying to incorporate a lot of vintage elements into watches. Spinnaker is definitely not the first one to create a vintage super compressor style vibe with a piece, but I do think at their price point, it is definitely one of the most accessible and bang per buck values out there. So let me know what you guys think. Have you guys ever had a Dan Henry or been able to experiment with other type of super compressor style divers? What do you think about this style in general? I know if you save a little bit of money, you could get, let's say, a Longines Legend diver, which is 42 millimeters, and you know, has sort of the brand heritage and the brand name. But I think off Joma Shop, the cheapest you can possibly get that is I don't know, $1,500–$1,600 right now. And this one has a $285 retail price. And I will be including descriptions or links in the description. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at 1010_Tock. And I will see you guys in the next review.